You're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely. Happy Thursday. Welcome to 201.9, dropping the dime on prime time. It's Juicy Jess
and DJ Nitch
giving y'all the dog dish.
Well, all right, folks, we have something really quick for y'all today. We just want to talk about all these Hollywood downfalls that we've been hearing about lately.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the right time to cover all those. So let's start off. What do you want to start off with? There's so many.
So I'm scrolling on Bravo and everyone. So Nichelle, are you familiar with Dorinda from Housewives of New York?
Yes, I am.
So you know how like all the housewives really just kind of like getting like these large arguments and like it's really dramatic and all this stuff. But the girls took a trip to Colombia and Dorinda got really heated one night and they like were in like a really big argument, and her drinking actually like was brought up to attention and how it's such a problem.
Yeah.
So Dorinda went on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. And she told Andy Cohen that she wants to take steps towards becoming like sober and like becoming better. And I just felt so bad for her because part of it, can you hear? Because part of it is just the reality TV culture, like social events, like you're drinking, like you're just always around like that stuff. So it might be really hard to leave something like that. And, but I think it's also nice that she like wants to be better, like that she wants to do better.
Yeah.
And she said like her motivation behind stop drinking was a Phil from Dr. Dr. Phil. So he said, you can't always get rid of things fully. You have to replace them with positive things. So this is what she said. I decided to look at my life and take out things that were making me feel negative, feel upset, and just replace them with positive. I quieted down. I incorporated a lot of exercise. Exercise is really amazing. People say that, but it really is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I feel good for her. Like I feel like she's turning a new leaf, but overall I'm just sad that reality TV has done this to her.
I feel like Dorinda out of all the housewives has actually been picked on the most. And I'm actually not surprised she is. Struggling with alcohol, because every time they have an event, you always see her with a champagne in her hand or a glass of wine. And every time it seems like she tries to make nice. Those of you who know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Every time she tries to make nice, it just seems like everything she tries to just go downhill. And you always see her drinking or always like upset. And she always looks like she cries a lot. She just seems like she has that appearance to her.
Like she's just always sad.
Yeah. And even when like the girls didn't approve of her dating life, it seemed like she always just, wanted to turn to the bottle, and she was just always crying. Either like she'd get really mad and get really nasty during confrontations, or she would just like disappear for a little bit and then come back out when like she was either crying, probably drinking and just over it.
It's like she almost didn't know how to deal with something like without alcohol.
Yeah.
Which is really sad because like that's a huge alcoholism, and alcoholics are like it's such a big issue like everywhere. So it's sad. I just feel bad because I feel like reality TV and her spot on the show had a lot to do with that.
I do. I feel like reality TV does add on a lot of stress to people. And I feel like if you're not strong enough and you're not, then reality television is not something that you should delve deep into.
Right.
And I feel like it does bring down a lot of people's potential, stardom or, their success in reality.
Right.
So hopefully she does get some help.
I know. I'm praying for her.
Yeah,
she's doing well. What else you got?
So the other dish that we have to discuss is with the whole Kardashian situation with Tristan Thompson. I don't even know what's going on with them. I feel like every time I turn around, like it's like the black community is like, coming to save Jordan, and then the Kardashians are just like coming after her.
Right.
But then, and I've also seen a lot of tweets with Khloe coming at Jordan saying, oh, like you've broken up my family. But then she's actually taken those tweets back saying, only Tristan has caused the break of their family. But ultimately, I do feel bad for Jordan in a sense, because during the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, she did say that he did kiss her, but a lot of people made it seem like as though it was more like she actually slept with him. And I do not believe that that happened.
Yeah.
And I think that and Khloe Kardashian's reason for coming after her on social media was because of the fact that she went public with the Red Table Talk, rather than making it private like Tristan did.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I feel all of them are getting played, and that's what Tristan's doing. He's pinning them all against each other. Literally, I just saw on social media that Tristan was with the same girl he met with in New York when he first cheated on Khloe with. That's what I just saw on my social media.
Yeah.
So I feel like if that's the case, then why are all these girls mad at each other? They should team up and go after men like this to
Right.
keep them away.
Mm-hmm.
Why just go against each other? So
Right.
I feel like that's crazy. Yeah, I'm getting some support out here.
Oh,
I
nice.
got people listening to us.
Girl power. Go girl.
Yes.
I think like those are always tough situations because they're celebrities. So like everything is in the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost like don't know what like I don't know if I can really believe that. Like
Yes.
there's probably a story that they tell the media and then there's actually what happened. But I think it was really brave for Jordan to go on a talk show with Jada Pinkett Smith. Like,
yeah.
And like she's probably like the public enemy because
Mm-hmm.
everyone loves Chloe and everyone wants to see her and her family do well. But also like I think the guy's always to blame.
Yeah.
Because, like not always, but I feel like in this situation, there's a lot of things that he could have come forth and like apologized for. Whereas you see Jordan Woods coming and saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like publicly. And then Khloe Kardashian's so public on Twitter. So it's kind of like, okay, Tristan, like you're the most quiet. Like you obviously have something up your sleeve. So I think it's just sad. Like it's hard. Like it's entertaining, but then it's like hard to watch. Like I don't like watching them go through it.
Yeah, I honestly, deep down, I have to be honest, I really don't care. Because Chloe, he cheated on you once. You should have left him then. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And if he's going to cheat on you with one girl and not have any remorse or do any type of public apologies towards you, then why are you with him? So now that it's gotten worse, because now it amplified that he's done it so close to home. Now you want to go public and go off when he first did it, you were quiet, Chloe. You didn't say anything.
Exactly.
So I don't understand what the problem is. And I just think that maybe the Kardashians did this as a stunt. Maybe they want even more views than they already have. Was
Kris Jenner involved?
Exactly. Maybe she managed how to like, hey, listen, you're gonna do Jordan, this. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna say that you kissed him, and we're gonna get more views, and we're gonna become even more popular.
Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. That could be a situation.
Like a Kardashian thing. That's what they do.
But the bad part is that a child's involved.
That is true.
But like, thank God that the child's not like old enough to understand.
Yeah.
So that would be really sad to me. Like I just would not want my child to go through that or to ever like hear that when they're older. And so
yeah, but I do think that the Kardashians are always exposed to things when they're younger.
True.
Like even wasn't Kim Kardashian married or engaged when she was like I think 16. She was super young. And then all the plastic surgery that they allowed for Kylie to even get from the get-go, although she is of age to get those and make those decisions, but I do think that come on, you're so young. You're still developing as a young lady. And I feel for you to alter your body in such a way. I mean, you're going to get your lips done. You're going to get your breasts done. She claims, and they all claim that they have not gotten any work.
Well, they have to.
And no, be honest with yourself. You're going to get this work done. Admit to it.
Yeah.
Like we all know you look plastic. Now you just come out as a liar. Because at first Kylie did lie about her lips. She said, oh no, I didn't get them done. You know, it's something else. I've been like cosmetics. No, honey. Your Kylie cosmetics do not do that.
I almost wonder if it's like Kris Jenner or like whoever works for her being like, if they ask you this, don't say no. Like say you have never. And what's the point though? Wouldn't you want to be like, yes, I did, and this is my surgeon, or like this is who did my plastic surgery.
Exactly. Plus, it's also creating more of a false reality for what girls aspire to look like. You're saying, oh, like you love yourself, but then you're getting all of these alterations to your physical appearance.
Exactly.
And it's like we should teach women to love their bodies and not to feel like they have to have boobs that sit up to their chins or have lips that are huge like Angelina Jolie. Like you should just appreciate what God gave you and just go with it.
I agree. I think like it's not a great message to send to young girls that if you don't like something you can change it.
Yes.
Whereas like the message now is like you don't like something, like no one, like everyone's not happy with anything. Like you're beautiful just the way you are.
Exactly.
And like your physical appearance doesn't make you beautiful. It's like what's inside. So So yeah.
All right. So what's our next topic? What do we got?
R. Kelly.
Oh God, R. Kelly.
Well, that's a mess. I watched the whole season, the whole episode. Lifetime stream like put it on for like a 2 or 3 days
documentary,
straight.
Right?
No other shows. Like they just bought it out, and that was like I had a lot of respect for Lifetime. I'm like, wow, like that's actually, I think that's nice because they really want people to like understand what happened. But like what happened?
Well, like recently I know he got off and they claim he went to like McDonald's after he got off, and then they got him back in for child support now. So that's why they're just trying to put him in jail for something at this point.
So he was in jail and then
they took him back out.
He was in jail for not paying child support.
Well, previously he was in jail for another claim. They found another video with him with another underage girl.
Okay.
Then he got off for that because you can't be tried for the same thing twice.
Okay.
So then now they got him in there for child support.
Okay.
But he recently did an interview with Gayle King.
Oh.
And then he was pretty explosive. So let's take a look at that.
Yeah,
let's play that. Because that's where you really see his feelings coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to that.
Me, y'all, I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to...
Well, okay, there's been actually so many memes about this where he says 30 years of his life. They're like, yeah, you're going to get sentenced to 30 years for all what he did.
Goodness.
Or there's even probably more than 30 girls he's actually messed with.
I know.
I mean, after watching the documentary, it's really sick to hear his music now. Sometimes my phone will go on shuffle and I'll listen to his music and it'll come on. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta change it, change it. And I honestly really like the way that Gayle King composed herself.
Yeah.
Because of the fact like how he went off. I really thought she was going to jump back, but she was so calm. Like, okay, like let's talk through this. Let's get it. Like, she wanted answers. And she also did the interview with the two girls he's actually still in a relationship with, which is Ariel Clary and Jocelyn Savage. But then in their interview, they claim that it wasn't really like basically their parents forced them on R. Kelly.
Oh my goodness.
And instead of like the parents were saying, oh, like he's been holding our daughters captive and like he's not letting me see my kids. And I don't know, what do you think?
I bet it's a mixture of both. I bet I mean he's been involved with so many like young ladies. So I bet that there's some young ladies who really don't want to be there, like who I believe that have been trying to get out and really were trying to fight him. But I believe that there might be, like devil's advocate, there might be those girls who their parents are almost saying, oh, do this so we can get this money.
Yes.
Like you were saying before. So that's another thing. Like you never know what to believe in Hollywood and like what's true, because half the stuff is written for the media anyways. But I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation where your parents are telling you, you need to do this. You'll put us in a much better financial situation if you do this.
Exactly.
But your mental well-being, physical well-being, emotional is like completely out the window.
Yeah.
So I just think there's probably a mixture of both scenarios because of the amount of girls that he's dealt with. But I think that he was very emotionally abusive and he left a really negative impact on a lot of people's lives, even people who weren't affected, people who were watching the Lifetime series and who have done research on it. How could you not though? Like, you know, so yeah, that's really what I think about it.
Yeah, I honestly feel like it's really hard to believe whether he's telling the truth. You see him break down in the interview, but it's kind of like, is he breaking down because his life is really going to be over and he knows that, and or is it just like he got caught and now he just wants people to pity him? I mean, you've already had a 6-part documentary and you have been hunted down for decades for what you've been doing.
Yeah.
And now it's coming to the light with the whole Me Too movement and no one's playing those games anymore with you.
No.
So it's kind of like, I don't really know what to believe because there's so many different sides. You have the parent sides, you have the girl sides, and then you also have his side.
Right.
So, but then the girls still say they love him, they want to be with him, and that they're going to be with him while he goes through trial. So I honestly, I don't know what to believe. It's just a crazy situation. I think that this is something that we have to, you know, hone in on and see how it plans out.
I know. I feel like we'll definitely have to stay tuned for next week, and they'll be like, he's on trial now, so
yeah.
We'll keep you guys, all the listeners, updated with that. But that was our little quick dog dish for the day.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. Everyone have a great Thursday.
Yes.
Juicy Jess out.
And DJ Nish out.